I'm going to tell you today what no one in the diet industry, the fitness industry, or the weight loss industry is telling you about how you actually lose weight and how you do it without dieting, without gimmicky short-term fads, and without restrictive behaviors, because you deserve the truth. Instead of continually being told that it's about you not having enough willpower, or that if you just continue to keep cutting your calories that it will work. It won't. How do I know? Because I spent years trying all the conventional approaches to weight loss just like you have. And no matter how healthy or how clean I ate, no matter how much I dieted, and no matter how much I exercised, my body was continuing to gain weight and my metabolism was getting slower. And it took me the first 10 years of my career as a personal trainer and fitness nutrition specialist, and then another 6 years as an eating disorder recovery coach and then manifestation coach to finally figure it out. Some of you, of course, already know this, who've been here for a long time, when I used to only focus on eating disorder recovery here. But when I did figure it out, the weight finally started coming off effortlessly, with no dieting and with very little exercise. And like I said, you deserve the truth too. So whether it's weight loss you want or really any other physical appearance change, this video is going to show you exactly how you can do it for yourself. Okay, so here are today's video chapters with timestamps, and they are in the description box below, of course, as always. Welcome back. If you're new, I'm Jessie Riemann, and I'm going to take you from a life of stress, insecurity, and unhappiness to becoming your highest, most confident self and becoming so magnetic that you attract everything that you want to you through intuitive self-development and manifestation, both of which will be involved in today's video. If you want to work with me one-on-one so that I can help you become your most confident self and become so magnetic that you attract all the things that you want to you, and you want the specific plan that you need to follow that is completely customized and tailored to you, because as I always like to say, we do not do any cookie cutter methods here. And if you're wanting that to be weight loss, like we're talking about today, then you can sign up for one-on-one coaching at this link, which is also in the description box below. I do also want to say that if this is something that you've been struggling with for a long time, and you want me to help you with the things we talk about today, then I would highly recommend my Replenish coaching package. All right, let's get started, shall we? Okay, so in order for you to understand both why you're not losing weight and how to lose weight naturally and easily, I need to explain something to you about your brain. Now, don't worry, I'm not about to get all extra technical on you. Science was never one of my best subjects in school, so I like to explain things in really easy to understand ways. So let's get started with chapter 1. Your brain can stop you or help you. Okay. Let's start with the fact that you've got 3 basic parts of your brain. The first is your conscious thinking brain. So your conscious thinking brain is responsible for your conscious thought, right? So that's going to be when you are thinking, when you're talking, when you're listening, and when you're analyzing. Then you've got the subconscious part of your brain, and this is responsible for generating your emotions and for storing your beliefs, your habits, and your memory. And thirdly, you've got what's known as the reptilian part of your brain. And this literally keeps you alive on autopilot through controlling your breathing and partly your digestion, and basically just helps keep things functioning. Now, quick side note here, I just want to add that the subconscious part of your brain greatly influences that reptilian part of your brain. So we're going to come back to that later. Now, take a quick guess as to how much of your daily brain activity takes place in your conscious thinking mind and how much of your daily brain activity takes place in your subconscious mind. Did you guess? Get this, only 5% of your daily brain activity takes place in your conscious, i.e. thinking mind, whereas a whopping 95% of your daily brain activity takes place in your subconscious mind. That is why I told you at the beginning of the video that it is not about your lack of willpower or you not trying hard enough if you haven't been able to lose weight, because those are examples of using your conscious thought. And if you recall, as I just said, that means that you would literally only be using 5% of your brain to work toward your goal of weight loss. Now, couple that with the secrets that you're going to learn in our other chapters, and you're not even giving yourself a chance at success with weight loss. So the first thing I want you to remember as we go forward is that because 95% of your brain activity takes place in your subconscious, that means we have to get that 95% on board with you losing weight. And that means we got to train your subconscious to lose weight, okay? Remember that. Chapter 2, your subconscious, the powerhouse. Now, the next two things that I want you to understand are that 1, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between the past, the present, and the future, and it doesn't know what's real and what's not. Now, this is super important, but we're going to talk more on this later in chapter 3. And 2, you literally tell your body what to do every day with your mind, which means it is your mind who controls whether your body loses weight or not by willpower over your food, but by the messages your mind has been sending your body for some time now. And as of right now, your mind has been communicating to your body not to lose weight. So I bet you're going to want some proof, right? Okay, so some of you are already going to be familiar with this example from coaching, but it really is, in my opinion, the best example for explaining how the mind controls the body. All right, so I want you to think of an example of a time that you got really nervous for something, like a job interview or a presentation or some situation where we have to be on stage or in front of people, right? And before the interview or the event, you start to think thoughts like, oh my gosh, I'm getting so nervous for this. What if I screw up? What if they don't like me? What if people laugh at me? What if I don't get the job? And so on. And then you start to experience physical symptoms as you get nervous, right? So some of which might be you start to feel kind of shaky and you notice that your heartbeat is racing, and you might notice that you get clammy palms, or your stomach gets upset and you can't eat, or you have digestive issues. Now, I want to remind you that in this situation, nothing has happened yet. We haven't given the presentation yet. We haven't been to the job interview yet we're experiencing literal physical symptoms. How is that possible? It's because the thoughts that we're thinking about not only how nervous we are, but of the bad, negative, unwanted things that we think are going to happen. We're letting that ruminate in our minds over and over and over. And we are communicating from our minds to our bodies as if the quote unquote danger or the experience that we're nervous for is happening right now. So as far as your subconscious is concerned, that event that you're nervous for is happening right now, and it is giving you physical symptoms as a response to what you have been thinking, even though nothing has physically happened to you yet. And that means that if your mind can make your body respond to thoughts and feelings of fear and give it literal physical symptoms, then thoughts and feelings of it being hard or impossible to lose weight and feeling fat and unattractive and undesirable will also lead to literal physical changes in your body, i.e. things like weight gain and or your weight staying stuck exactly where it is. Now, to bring back that 95% of your brain activity takes place in your subconscious mind, right? The thoughts that you've been thinking, like it's really hard to lose weight or I'm fat, that you've been thinking for all these years with your conscious mind, those thoughts have been repetitive. And repetition is what influences the subconscious mind to develop a belief. So eventually, you don't even have to try to think negative thoughts about your body or that it's hard to lose weight, because your subconscious is now doing that for you. And your subconscious is keeping your body where it is or making it continue to gain weight. That's why it doesn't matter how much physical action you take, it's not going to lead to long-term weight loss results unless your subconscious mind is geared toward weight loss as well. So we got to take the same repetition that you used to think, I can't lose weight. which eventually became your automatic belief, use that same repetition to retrain your subconscious for weight loss. That way, your body's going to lose weight naturally and easily. Now that you're really starting to understand how your subconscious works and that we have to get you focused on retraining it for weight loss success if you want it to work, let's talk about the main reason you're here, your body. Your thoughts about your body matter. Realizing this and changing my thoughts about my body was the number one thing that transformed my body. I will say this for the rest of my life. And once I got this down and started practicing what I'm going to tell you, the weight started falling off easily. You cannot think negative thoughts about your body, call yourself fat, talk about why you look like shit in clothes, and talk about why you can't lose weight and expect your subconscious to get on board with you losing weight. Why? Because you're literally telling your subconscious you're fat and you can't lose weight. And then your subconscious mind communicates that to your body and essentially goes, hey, you're fat, don't lose weight. And then the more you communicate those unwanted things to your subconscious, that's going to trigger you to feel negative about you and about your body. And that is going to deepen the subconscious program that you are fat and can't lose weight. So let's change this pattern and rewire it, shall we? Okay, so do you remember in chapter 2 when I told you that your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between the past, the present, and the future, and it doesn't know what's real and what's not? Do you remember that? Okay, we're going to use that to your advantage. We're going to show your subconscious mind and tell your subconscious mind that weight loss has already happened for you. First, we're going to do this through visualization. Create a short imagination scene where you have already lost the weight easily, or you already have your ideal body, whatever resonates. And I want you to visualize this over and over for 5 minutes every morning when you wake up and 5 minutes every night as you are falling to sleep. And this is the most important thing. Come closer, pay attention, and do this practice over and over every day until you get your desired result. Do not give up until you have reached your goal. Because when you're consistent with this, you're going to start to see results happen, but you haven't impressed that belief on your subconscious yet. So when you start to see some results show up, don't give up. Keep going so that we deepen this new program into your subconscious, that this is easy for you, that you already have this body. Don't visualize how you got there. That is not your job. That is not important. If you try to focus on visualizing how you're going to get there, you're going to bring up resistance. You can't possibly even imagine all the ways that it can happen for you. So don't focus on picturing how you got there, only that you're already there. And I want you to, this is important, while you're doing this visualization scene, conjure up the emotions and the feelings that you think you would have if you already were in your ideal body, if you already had lost that weight and lost it easily. So what kind of feelings do you perceive that you would have? Is it relief? Is it freedom? Is it confidence? Whatever the feeling is, conjure that up to the best of your ability during your imagination scene. Now, I know that some of you are going to say, how can I feel that when I've never been in that body or I've never had weight loss be easy? That doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you want in general, you want it because you think that you're going to feel a certain way once you get it. So in the case of when you think about why you want weight loss, it's because you think that you're going to feel some kind of way that feels better than how you feel right now. So visualize it. What would imply that you now have that relief or that freedom or that confidence? This is going to heavily influence your subconscious mind because you are directly showing it an image of you already being where you want to be and feeling how you want to feel. And because you're visualizing this every day, your subconscious is going to believe that it's really happening to you. And it's going to want to match this in real life. And the second thing we're going to do is we are going to show your subconscious mind that the weight loss has already happened for you by telling it that it already has. Remember, your subconscious doesn't know what's real. If you tell it something enough, it will believe you and it will always want your beliefs to match your reality. So you're going to ask yourself, how would I talk to myself if I had already lost the weight? If I already had my preferred appearance? And you're going to start talking to yourself like that now, as if it's already happened, knowing that yes, it's going to feel like you're being delusional and that you're lying to yourself. But you now know that your subconscious mind undisputedly controls what happens to your body. So you got to talk to it like you already look how you want, so that your subconscious can make it happen for you in real life. So no more self-criticism, no more calling yourself fat, and no more saying that you can't lose weight. No more tolerating anyone who says anything bad about your body. Get those people out of your life, set boundaries with them, and kindly let them know that any negative talk about your body is off limits, and walk out of the room. Leave the space if they are not willing to respect that. Say nice things to yourself in the mirror on purpose. Compliment yourself. Tell your body that you appreciate it and everything that it does for you. And literally tell your body that you love it and it looks amazing. And then do this over and over and over until you see your body changing. And then keep going until you have your desired result. All right, so moving on to chapter 4, which is about food, and it is not what you think. So I think more than anything, we've been taught that it is food and eating in a certain way that leads to weight loss. And that way usually basically ends up being restriction of some kind. Calories, carbs, you get the idea. Here's the problem with that. Restriction stresses your body in the long term. It elevates all of your stress hormones, and whenever your stress hormones stay elevated for a long period of time, that automatically triggers fat storage mode. This also leads to energy depletion from those chronic low calories and chronic restriction, which is going to cause your metabolism to start slowing down more and more and more over time. It's also going to cause your thyroid function to slow down. It's also going to slow your digestion down as your body tries to absorb every last nutrient and every last calorie from your food that it possibly can. It's also going to deplete your immune system, and all of these things are going to lead to long-term weight gain, bloating, and just general poor health. So when your body is malnourished or has essentially been going through this long-term restriction, right? It wants to get you out of that state as quickly as possible, just like we got through explaining. And the fastest way to do that is through high calorie, easy to digest food, i.e. sugar and processed food. So while here you are thinking that you are binging on sugar and processed food after or during dieting because you've been told this all your life, it actually has absolutely nothing to do with willpower. It is actually your body taking over and doing everything it possibly can to get you out of starvation mode ASAP. And the way it's going to do this is by making you crave lots of high calorie, easy to digest food, again, i.e. sugar and processed food, which essentially means the more you diet, the more sugar and processed food your body is going to tell you to eat. And all of these things lead to long-term weight gain, regaining of weight after dieting, and stubborn weight that won't come off no matter what you do. On top of all of this, you are literally programming into your subconscious that weight loss is hard, because the way that you are going about weight loss is hard for your body. Again, how do I know? Because I tried to diet and exercise the weight off for so long that I was eventually working out for about 2.5 hours a day, heavy, hard weightlifting and fasted cardio 6 days a week, and eating such a strict, clean, low-calorie diet with no treats, and no weight would ever budge off my body. Extremes never work long term. So now that you understand why the old ways don't work and why they're never going to work, going forward now, here's the actual work that I want you to start doing to reprogram your subconscious around food for weight loss. 1, do you remember when I said that your subconscious mind greatly affects that reptilian part of your brain, right? The part of your brain that focuses on keeping you alive through breathing and digestion. That means that you need to be in a relaxed environment and a relaxed mental state while you're eating so that your body can digest your food well and so that it can absorb nutrients from your food way, way better. If you don't know this, stress literally shuts your digestion off. It is the body's survival mechanism because once you go into fight or flight, which is essentially stress, right? Your body thinks, hey, we got to run from a tiger. This is no time for digestion. So let's not do this on purpose to ourselves, right? So make sure that when you eat, you get as relaxed as possible. Take deep breaths, give yourself plenty of time to eat, and don't do or watch anything stressful while you're eating. Remember that stress also triggers your body to stay in fat storage mode. So we don't want to be doing this on a regular basis, especially when we're eating. 2, do not allow yourself to shame or guilt yourself about your eating or about your food when you're eating. Doing this is going to create stress in your body, which now you understand is going to make digestion extremely difficult, if not impossible. It's going to elevate your stress hormones, which is going to put you in fat storage mode. And that stress is going to increase your blood pressure and your blood sugar. Now, I don't even have to tell you what kind of problems those things are going to cause for your health. And the second reason is because guilting and shaming yourself about your eating makes it impossible for you to ever get in tune with your own natural built-in intuition about whether or not a food is right for you or not. And doing both of these things is only going to continue to program your subconscious, again, the 95%, that food is unsafe for you and that it leads to weight gain or problems with weight loss. The more you create this mental and physical environment around food and eating, you will make it much easier for your body to be able to process your food properly, which it already knows how to do when you're relaxed, and you will get much, much better at listening to and trusting your intuition about what foods do and don't work best for you. And you'll still be able to eat all your favorite foods. You're just going to be not only that much better able to digest them because your body is relaxed, but your intuition will also know what kind of a balance you need that is specific to you to make it work best for you and your body. Now, if you want me to help you with this, that's what we do in my Replenish package. And our final chapter, chapter 5, is about exercise. Now, again, extremes never work long term. And what I have noticed when it comes to exercise and diet and food really is that people tend to swing the pendulum to opposite extremes. They're either going at it really heavy, really hard, really intensely every day, or even multiple times a day, or they're hardly doing anything at all. Extreme exercise that exhausts you creates stress in your body. And after chapter 2, you now know exactly why that won't lead to long-term success with weight loss and keeping it off. But doing none at all makes it so that your body isn't getting the circulation and the maintenance of healthy muscle tissue that it needs. So number 1, if you're not exercising much, if at all, meet yourself where you are and start slow. Start with an amount that feels doable to you. So like 10 to 15 minutes a day, 4 to 5 days a week, and do something that you enjoy and that makes your body feel good. And then you can gradually work your way up to maybe 30 to 40 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week. You can work your way up to more than that if you really want to, but I'm here to tell you that you do not need that in order to lose weight. 2, if you're pushing it hard with your exercise and you're not listening to your body, then you're going to need to decrease your intensity and possibly your frequency of how you're exercising and choose lower impact varieties to give your metabolism a chance to regulate and heal itself. Remember, if your exercise is exhausting you on a regular basis, you are slowing your metabolism and hurting your health in the long term. And 3, no matter what category you're in, do exercise that you enjoy and that challenges you, but makes your body feel good. This will also help you in reprogramming your subconscious mind that weight loss isn't about torturing your body. It's about working with your body and taking good care of it. Do not exercise for the purpose of weight loss. Exercise instead for the purpose of circulation, mobility, flexibility, strength, and overall good health. And I promise you, you will be on the road to losing weight easily. Now, we can talk about psychological resistance to losing weight, meaning part of you doesn't feel like it's safe for you to lose weight, in another video, because I know that some of you guys have some emotional trauma around weight loss, possibly because of things like sexual assault. We will be essentially discussing this in a video that I have planned in the future about how to uncover your resistance as to why you're not getting something, why you're not manifesting something, and how to heal it. But if you guys are really needing that video straight away, let me know in the comments below and I will prioritize it for you guys. And now you have the truth. So don't allow the diet industry, the fitness industry, or the weight loss industry to sway you anymore when it comes to weight loss. It does not need to be hard. And you definitely don't need to suffer. When you practice the things you just learned today, you're going to watch your body start to change over the next 2 weeks and then over the next month. And before you know it, you're going to be like, why did I wait so long? This was so easy, because it's supposed to be. I sincerely intend that this video helped you. Please let me know in the comments below if it did. If you want to work with me one-on-one so that I can help you through this process and customize it specifically for you so that you can manifest easy weight loss for yourself, you can sign up for one-on-one coaching. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a quick favor and leave this video a thumbs up. It only takes a second, but you make a big difference in helping me because it lets YouTube know to get these videos out to more people so that I can help more people exactly like you. You are worthy. You are remarkable. I love you. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.